Hey guys, hi again. Actually, because I couldn't see your messages, and after finishing the live, I realized that you guys were sending me messages. So hopefully, I can answer them here. I changed computers, and I think this one has a less good camera quality. But let's see. Hopefully, I can see your messages because after finishing my live today, I realized that you had all these comments that you sent me, but I couldn't address any of them. So let's see if you guys are still here, and hopefully we can have a conversation about the soft skills that you guys need to succeed in life. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you'll find it useful. If you're joining live here, let me know in the comments. I'd love someone just to comment so I see whether I can actually see them or not, because earlier I didn't see any of them and I felt like I was having a monologue, which is not really nice. So let me know if you can see me now. I'm just gonna take a second to see on my phone if everything is okay. So if you're watching, definitely let me know. Otherwise, it's really pointless oneself. Like, I'd rather just film a video. The point of these lives is that I can address your questions, see your questions, and hopefully help you in a way or another. So if you're joining live, say hello and let's see. Oh, great thinking. How are you, Safaa? I'm very well, thank you very much. So yeah, as I can see, oh yeah, now I see your comments. All right, perfect. I couldn't see any of the comments earlier in my live, so this to see whether you guys have any questions that you'd like me to answer, because I almost rarely do lives, and when I make time for a live, that means I am available. So let's make the most out of the live today. So how are you guys doing? Are you excited about 2020? Are you guys preparing for 2020? Are you sort of working hard right now to make your 2019 goals achieved by the end of December? What do you guys have been up to? I mean, for me, it's been very hectic ever since the beginning of September, because not only I work on my businesses, but I'm also working on a separate business that I'm creating from scratch, which is exciting. And at the same time, I teach at university. Yeah, so there's so much going on, and yeah, sharing with you guys my knowledge and experience, like whatever I learned, basically sharing with you is really important for me as well. So let me know, guys, if you're live. Just say hello so I know that we're having a conversation and it's not like a monologue. It's super boring to be talking to oneself, like in front of the camera without any interactions. So please let me know if you're here. So yeah, so we're only, I don't know, 6 weeks away from 2020, which is a new decade, and new possibilities and new opportunities. Sounds exciting and at the same time scary. Like I don't know. It's just like so interesting. Well, what about you guys? Let me know what you think. I'm just gonna check here if you guys are sending me messages on the other side of the platform. So yeah, thank you. Great thinking. Awesome. So do you guys have any questions in terms of soft skills that you guys need to develop in order for you to succeed, and hopefully succeed quickly? Because some of the skills I talked about earlier, they may take time to develop. So let me know if you have any questions about how you can actually get started, and what are the issues that you're actually encountering at the moment. Because I talked a lot about communication, and I think communication is such an important part of soft skills. A lot of great communicators have like more chance compared to others to develop as successful people because they can communicate clearly, they can persuade people, they can sell stuff, which is probably one of the most important skills that you need to have, is to be the ability to sell. So I would say, yeah, spend a lot of time developing your communication skills, because the more skilled you are in terms of communication, the the more ease you will have with interactions, and you will understand the human mind better, and even anticipate the behavior of your potential customers, which is incredible. Like, if you reach that level, I'm not at that level yet, but yeah, it's work in progress. Great thinking is saying, can you talk about customers' behavior? In what sense customer behavior? Because there's so many marketing studies out there that tell you this is how customers work, and this is how you should um, act with them, and this is how you should behave. But I'm just curious to know, what exactly do you want to know, what when it comes to customer behavior? And again, it's interesting to talk about customers, because like, you should, if you're targeting a customer or a segment, it's really best to be one of them, because you'll understand them better than anyone else if you're part of that community, and you're more likely to be able to really answer their needs, versus someone who comes from outside and tries to understand your customer, your segment. They won't understand it as much as you would do. So the way to understand your customer behavior is to be part of them, and have the same habits as them, and have the same lifestyle as them, and yeah, to be them basically, because you will understand what are the challenges and obstacles that they go through. But again, let me know, great thinking, if you have a very specific question when it comes to customer behavior. So if you're here and you're joining, say hello so I know that you're here, and say where you're writing from so I get to know you a little bit better. And let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's chat. Hi, Dres. Good to see you here. It's funny, I see on my phone, but not on the screen. This is what happened earlier. I was just having a monologue with myself, which is completely boring. Good to see you here, Dries. Thanks for joining. So we're talking today about soft skills that you need to develop in order to perform better and be more successful. And let me know, what questions do you have? I feel like one of the most important skills that we all need to work on and develop is really communications. Like, the the better you are at communication, the more doors open to you, and the easier situations get to you. Like, I see so many people go to networking events, and it's such an effort to go to these networking events. But then when they're there, they're stuck. They don't know what to do. There's so many people. Where do they start? But if you're a good communicator, you would definitely know to walk yourself through the room and make sure that you're having interesting conversations and really going for your goal. So great thinking is saying, I mean, Safaa, how to convince them and make them trust in your brand. Good question. In terms of convince them, it takes a while. Now it's harder to convince customers than it used to be in the past, because customer today has so much choice. There's so many options out there. Why should they choose you? You need to be actually giving them lots of arguments to choose you. You should be appealing to them. But that's all. I mean, you can only reach that if you have like a wonderful super product that's going to answer their needs and that's not in the market. Or if you're offering things that are already in the market, but you're just rebranding them, like you're giving a little touch, then you need to work on your customer service and build a relationship with your client rather than seeing your client as a money making machine that's going to benefit you. You should see it as a relationship you're having on the long term. And this is why most businesses today fail, because they're too optimistic when it comes to marketing. Like they think on the first year of marketing, they will actually sell X amount of money. No, customers today, they have lots of choice. There's so much competition. You need to build that relationship, and that relationship takes time. And the sooner you do it, the better it is. That's how I see it. So the trust comes with you being there when they need you answering their needs and their wants when they need you being also in their minds when they need that thing. So always you reminding them of what you have and how you can help them. And most importantly, it's about giving value. Okay, because there's so many brands out there, but what is your unique selling proposition? How is it that you're going to help them that no other company is going to? So this is why, like in business planning, I personally like to spend a lot of time on the unique selling proposition. It's how you're going to make yourself different from the competition and the rest of the competition, but also how you're going to actually bring something that will help your customers and change their lives for the better. So think about it, think about the value that you bring in, and think about the long term relationship that you're having with them. You're welcome. Saying, can you please talk a little bit about what we should pay attention to when we try to sell ourselves in an interview with the client? Definitely, when you are pitching to a client, you need to prepare for it. And I see so many people, they think they're so confident, like they don't need to prepare. I'd say prepare for every single interview or every single pitch, because every single interview or pitch should be different. And why am I saying it should be different? Because the person you having in front of you is not a copycat. Like it's not the same person that you're meeting every time. They are different human beings. So you need to tailor your pitch according to that person in front of you and to those concerns and problems that person is having within her organization. So if you go to that person A, you need to be able to bring a solution to her problems, the problems that she's facing. So the company A may have different issues than the company B. You may still be selling the same products or the same service, but the way you say it and the way you present your arguments should be different. It should be tailored. So, number one, prepare for each single interview. These are different human beings, and you should see them in a single way, not like like a bunch of people all together having the same worries. No, it doesn't work that way. So that when you're talking to that person, she feels like you understand her. Okay, I mean your potential client, you understand your potential clients, and you're giving your potential clients a tailored and specific, personalized, customized solution. Again, it may not be customized or personalized, but it feels like it. So I say this is the number one thing that you should pay attention to, is to prepare for your pitch in advance and tailor, customize your pitch for every single person. And during the interview, give it all your best. Give your everything. I mean, don't be too shy. Don't say, oh, I'm giving too much. No, never think that you're giving too much. Just give. It doesn't matter. One day or another, you're going to get the return on your investment in a way or another. So just give your best. Be generous. And above all, be true to yourself. I mean, don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to copy paste somebody else. You have to have your own style and your own way of doing, and that comes with practice. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and the more you develop your own style. Okay, so I hope, Said, let me know if that answers your question, so that I can make it a little bit more clear. Dries, I think honesty is super crucial. In what sense, Dries? Do you mean in terms of the relationship you have with your potential clients? I totally agree with you. You have to be honest, you have to be authentic. It has to come from the heart. Because today, like when we meet people, and particularly I've attended so many job interviews, and after the job interviews, the when we discuss with the clients always said, I don't feel that person is going to be the right person. Like there's a lot of talk about feeling, whereas we would think in the professional world it would be more the thinking, but we work also with the feeling. So my clients would say, I don't feel that person is going to be a good fit. So always be honest, be authentic, be sincere with yourself. Great. I love that you guys are having conversation with one another. That's super amazing. So let me know, what are your challenges that you're facing before the end of the year? I mean, in terms of achieving your goals for 2019, what particular challenges are you going through at the moment? And I can tell you mine, for example. I feel like don't have much time to do everything I want, which means I should definitely prioritize and delegate. And I'm so bad at delegation. Like I need to work on delegation. Abdul Hakim, what are your advice to boost our emotional intelligence? And thanks. Um, Well, first of all, you should do a lot of reading. I suppose that's important for you to yeah, to be emotionally intelligent, because you learn new things that you've never learned before. But I hear meditation is definitely something that not only helps you physically but also mentally. So you may think meditation that you're just wasting 20 minutes of your time every day, but it's definitely not true. I started doing meditation. I haven't started seeing like results, because you need to do it for a long time, long enough to see the benefits. But I suppose try meditation. There are some apps as well if you need some guided ones. And yeah, it's one of the things I would recommend from what I learned, not from my personal experience, because I haven't done it long enough. So Dries is saying soft skills cannot be faked. True. Saeed, thank you so much, Safa. Your answer is really helpful. You're very welcome. I'm glad. I hope you will. I mean, it will help you apply the learning faster. Adul Hakim, prayer helps a lot. I don't know how to explain it honestly. Yeah. I mean, prayer and meditation is pretty much the same. They're pretty much linked. But the thing, when we talk about prayer, it's different, because I feel like when we talk about prayer, it's about you pray for something to come into your life. So you're thinking about something that comes into your life. So it's more like you're asking God, the superpower, the higher power, to give you something like better health, or give you a house, or a wonderful wife, whatever that is that you want in your life, lots of money. Whereas meditation, you're not asking for anything. You're just quieting the mind and letting it just be, because we're always occupied with something: TV, social media, coffee shop, people passing by, taxis. It's busy. Our brains are constantly buzzing. There's so much going on. And meditation is a way for you to just calm things down and stop that self talk. Because when we talk to ourselves, we talk very badly. Like, I know, for example, for myself, it took me a while to realize that I'm not actually giving myself positive talks. I'm always putting myself down. Like, you haven't done enough today. Oh, you could have done better on this. Or it's not about that. So it's like you stop the chatter and you just let it be. That's how wonderful meditation is. Success, Reem, what do you think about the law of attraction? I think wonderful things about the law of attraction. In fact, I used to 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 apply the law of attraction before I even knew what it was. Like I didn't know what it was. Basically, when I was younger as a child, I would just sit down and imagine things in my brain, and then one day they happen, and I'm like, where I used to feel I had lived that moment before. And after a while, I realized that I have lived it in my brain. So, yeah, which comes down to visualization. So, if you believe strongly about something and you want it really deeply in your life, you just think about it, you imagine it, you start feeling yourself in that situation, and you let it go. This is the problem with most of us, is that we want to control and we want it to happen. No, just imagine it, think about it, welcome it into your life, try to feel it, and then let go. Okay? So God will do the rest. Okay? So don't try to be obsessed with the idea. Because some Western gurus, they say you have to be obsessed. I'm not fond of that, because when you become obsessed with something and it doesn't happen, it just creates more frustration. So, Rim, if you want to start using law of attraction, think about something that you want to attract in your life, try to imagine it, feel it in your body, and imagine it with your mind, and just attract it to you and let it go. Okay? Great. Driss is saying prayer in its spiritual side, not only asking Allah. Yeah, yeah. Just that connection with a higher being. Okay, yeah, I totally get it. I really didn't know how to explain more of the relationship side, spiritual side. No, I totally get you. Yeah, yeah. So, because the word prayer, like you pray to receive something, or you pray to get something in your life. I mean, that's the meaning of the world. But the spiritual side, it's that connection to something higher than just yourself. And I think that's wonderful. Like if we can reach that level, that's perfect. That's the goal ultimately, is to think of ourselves, to think beyond ourselves. Okay, because there's a whole other world around us that we're not really aware of. All right, guys. So I hope this was fun for you. Definitely, it was fun for me. Thank you so much for joining this live. Again, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna try to make them very regularly, because apparently I'm not very good at promises. I've said that before. But anyways, I'm glad that I had this opportunity today to do this quick live. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. Let's have a conversation down below. I really want you guys to make progress on your 2019 goals, not just for the goals themselves, because sometimes the goals are silly. But when you achieve your goals, or where you're working on your goals, you grow. And that's the most important thing about goal achievement, is that grow process. And I love that. And why do I say goals are sometimes silly? Because when I read my goals from, I don't know, 2008 or 2010, I just laugh because they're so ridiculous. Like, so I know my goals for 2019 in 5 years' time. If I'm still alive, I'm sure I'm gonna laugh, because they're gonna sound so ridiculous. All right, guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, thank you again so much for staying with us. Let's have a conversation in the description box below. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. And also, oh, I forgot, if you are still looking for your life mission, know that I have this free masterclass that you can take under an hour that's going to walk you through to finding your life mission, and that will help you have more clarity in your life. Like, so many people are like, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what should I study this, should I do that, should I get a job, should I get married, this and that. If you do the course, you will at least have some clarity that will help you move forward. There is a link in the description box below. Just sign up. You will get the course in your email. Do the work. Do the work and see what happens, and share with your friends if you think they need it as well. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Abduladim. Thank you, guys. See you soon. Bye. Am I still live? I don't know.